like an early loss, or they're 1-1, they're 2-2.
Oh, now like 1-3.
They're 1-3. There's just obvious problems, but you are wrong. I mean, listen, it's been all about the search and destroy for Miami. Ravens are a solid search and destroy team. I mean, FaZe know you can't always rely on search. There's counter stratting, there's VOD prep, so the respawns have to be better for Miami going into the major.
And that's probably going to be the opening here for the Ravens. You heard Kanaya talking about need to find some respawn success early, try to close this out in 4 if you are able to. Miami is trying to remain perfect, maybe get that #1 seed. See if they will be able to do it. Starting off here on Skyline, and Royal Ravens, last we saw them was the closeout map, I believe, versus Rocker, where they drop, but they can be a very competent team here on Skyline. We'll see what they can do against this Miami Heretics team as Heretics win the break.
Well, they just go all 4 dead, 4-1 off the break. You have the early time, P2 side of the map. Real, he's just gonna roam, try to pick up anybody putting pressure at kitchen side, but he's just giving his team info. He's not seeing anything. Somebody watch underground. That's gonna be Redcore. And Metals are gonna find TJ. And Slasher's gonna fall off the map.
Well, that doesn't make things any easier. Spawns do flip though, but not the end of the world, I guess, if you end up getting 40+ seconds on this P1. Time broken up a little bit though, as Super is gonna be picked out of the hard point. Nice shots there from Metals, clipping wigs and trying to maybe push through to flip spawns as Heretics straight right back into the hard point. They'll get close to 40 points, so take that. Can they find an early opening break? There's the first kill in transition, an opening moment here for Heretics to push through.
Let's see when the Slasher spawn just as it pops. So he's gonna spawn out and they take their time. 3 versus 3 now on this P2. Real's gonna find 1. Slasher is now in the fight, but the numbers here for Heretics, well, they're gonna be quicker. They're gonna have the spawns. They just have to deal with TJ.
That is just about perfect out of Heretics. Helps that they line up a little bit up top towards the point, but Heretics capitalize early. It's going to be on 2 players out of hole. Make it 1. It's going to be all on Super. Now to try and keep spawns or keep any kind of progress towards this point. He does enough. He gets a kill, buys time for his teammates to spawn in. I thought they might spawn out because the pressure was in from Royal Ravens, but Super does enough, and Heretics continue to hold.
Still have pressure if you're Raven, so gonna fight for some of this scrap time. #1, and Metals will spawn out. Probably just gonna rotate over towards Kitchen. I think you just take this if you're Miami.
Oh, yeah,
he's gonna say yep for P3 and P4. Rencore leading the lobby with 7. He's on 3 in a row. Make it #8. Got both weapons. You can already see all the orange arrows are set up in a position to control this P3.
You kind of lose your forward man though in Rancor, so pressure is going to be here pretty early. Need the ARs to get some damage in from deep, and Real and doing that with the AR in hand will be Metals, kind of the point man forward with the sub. Picking up by P1 to get the crossfire angle in is Super as they try to lock this down. 2 people getting through on the other side, but picked up as Heretics continue to find all the kills. 1 more player to deal with. That's going to be Gwen. And Gwen's going to get slammed. Rancor wins the fight, and this is great position time for Heretics. No one's playing all that deep for him, though, and well, never mind now, because everyone died.
I was going to say, it's a bit of a risky setup. They have nobody catwalk. You have 1 player, 2 players kitchen, 1 player hot tub. You're giving up top, and Rentor, he's the one guy. Like, that could go very wrong, but he's able to find those kills, lead us some time. But Ravens are fighting back, keeping it within 40, and they have spawns for P40. You have to turn this into a good chunk of time.
We'll see if they can do exactly that. Some important gunfights coming up in these final few seconds on the P3. Real does get 1 pick for Heretics, but the rest of it goes the way of Royal Ravens. They'll be in the hard point first, taking a route. Opposite side catwalk is TJ. TJ able to disrupt stuff and try to stagger this push coming forward. Pressure now to Gwen to try and hold. Still set up inside. Looking maybe for a lead change here. This has been a solid early effort out of Royal Ravens as they find the volley of kills again.
And that gets risky. Outside of TJ, everybody was just literally holding the line, right? And when you turtle up that way, if Heretics get 1 clean, 3, 4 dead, spawns would have flipped. They would have had control, but you find all the gunfights 7 in a row as a team for Carolina. They're going to take the lead. Nice little hold there as Slasher. Maybe trying to flip them for P2.
Yeah, if they all die and TJ's still out, that might go real badly. You got to have some trust in your teammates to make the right plays. Gwen, who's had a tough stage, is hitting right now at 14-6. Great effort out of him. You'll go up 20. Second P1 are ready to rip and roar, and it'll be Rancor. Posted up, trophy here for coverage. Let's see what kind of time they can turn this into, because you got about 40 seconds out of that opening P1.
Yeah, sure. Half the time you have right now in the game is at this P1 now. It's even more so. It's again another really solid setup. Have the AR on the hot tub. Super. Top Cat locked in this down. Where do Ravens find their opening?
Well, they're looking for one. TJ, maybe the opening, but doesn't turn into anything more. It's all headshots through on the feed for Heretics. Real lining him up as well. Nobody in the point for now as Real gets picked out of it, but Rancor with the height, putting in damage, finding kills. Well, I'm not finishing that one per se, but Slasher out of the fight here for a second, alleviates some pressure off of Real.
Yeah, Rancor just trying to pick up the flank. And I mean, we've seen this from a couple times for Heretics. We just saw it in the early P1 where you flip maybe around 20 seconds. They're playing very safe right now. Real's going to spawn up close to the P2, but you give up a lot of map position. So Ravens should have early pressure here, and they do. They find a couple of picks. Where does that final player spawn? So he's going to spawn patio with this team. Nobody in the hill, though, so Ravens can take their time.
They're taking their time, but also getting pushed apart. Big win there from TJ, though. You still have numbers here at the back for Heretics. You get one more safe spawn, and you're still continuing to hold on. Team kill might end up costing you, but no one really that far forward from Carolina Royal Ravens. But the fact is you've had kind of positioned for your Heretics, and it has been no time. Exactly. You've gotten 0 time here.
They just like backed off a little bit too much. I mean, we've seen it on their skyline where they flip P2 at the wrong time. So I think they're playing a little conservative. Metals with the beams. He's on 3 in a row. But again, you have these spawns, but it's not turning into anything. Finally, you're on the time. You have the spawns. Real with a double, Real with the triple. Great shots from him to give you the final 20 seconds on P2.
Yeah, thank God you got that, at least. Otherwise, that'd be a real frustrating P2.
It's a weird one.
No, it was. Slasher on one side is struggling. He's got no time in the hard point. He's 6 and 17. You're gonna need him to step up if Royal Ravens are gonna get a win. But let's focus now to the P3. Heretics up 20. I want to hear the comps. I want to hear the vamos. Let's go to Heretics.
El primero Teach. Vale, te tengo la outer. Ana haciendo
muerto, dos largas.
Otro más, te tengo liner, ¿vale?
Vale, voy a venir.
Nada, muy tocado, está la bala.
No, voy a muerto.
Tiene bala atrás, outer, y
Estoy sacando por ahí.
Debería
flipear piano alguno, Muerto, siguiente,
piano, y falta uno colado, Te tengo ya arriba,
Tiro Rex y P1.
Tengo ya arriba, mira, no se lo abajo.
Anterior.
Arriba una bala, absoluto rocas.
Vale. Sí, va para el fondo.
Hacemos mal, la hacen mal ellos también. Hacen el mal, ¿vale?
En el couch, tengo un tiro.
Couch, una bala, absoluto.
Y el punto está... No, yo sobre derecha. Muerto uno.
Aguantar ahí,
Abajo, cama está.
Voy a bloquear el fondo, voy a bloquear el fondo. Tengo single, ¿vale? Vente arriba,
dos rocas, van para la fondo.
Muerto
escalera, no kitchen. Van dos para la escalera.
muy tocado roca.
Tengo el medio.
Este es láser, roca arriba, ¿vale? Roca arriba, el láser, chaval.
Vale, arriba rocas y
Escucharme, jugar si fuerte, va a la mierda, no van a hacer, bro. Escucharme, tengo racha para voy a piano yo, ¿vale? Voy a estar en pedo, ¿vale? Piano, muy tocado. Ahora quedo contigo, ¿vale? ¿Roca?
Tengo single.
Vale, escuchad el piano.
Well, it's a great listen in according to the score line. Heretics pushing out to a significant lead, nearly up 100 now. Super is streaking, and they've taken over.
Yeah, I mean, Real's got to streak as well for, more if they need it, but you're going to find more kills. It just feels like this second set of hills, like, you've just had no opportunity. There was one chance where Slasher gets to kill back P4, and then you had P4 spawns in Miami and won every single gunfight. The slaying was close, and now it is just not. It's been like 3 hills in a row just dominated by Miami.
No, I mean, like, Metals is like -5, but then what, plus 14 for Real. Plus 12 for Rancor, plus 5 for Super. They massively dominate the slaying column, and that's going to lead to a map 1 hardpoint victory, 250 to 133. Heretics come out swinging in the map 1 with a blowout. But yeah, no, it was tight, and then it wasn't. Heretics just absolutely pulling away with huge separation in the second set of hardpoints. Beautiful play out of them, and Royal Ravens still slumping.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was like the P3 and P4, right? Because we were almost to a tie game on that awkward P2 where Heretics were just playing around the kills, making sure they had spawns. It was almost like a game of keep away at the P2, but they set themselves up for P3 and P4. Again, there was a chance Carolina Slasher goes top, he drops, wins one gunfight, and then all of his teammates spawn on him. But after that, at that second P4, they didn't get a kill.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you have to be frustrated in the Ravens camp. Like, even if you have some vets and like you've seen and done it all, like, I don't know, when you make a team change and you were in an okay spot and then things seem to be getting worse, I mean, it's just got to be mentally taxing, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only good thing for Ravens is sort of the start of their year, right?
Yeah.
Now, the fact that they're in a position where they're going to be a champs.
Yeah, they're not stressing and battling for
yeah, but they have to figure this out.
No, they do it. I mean,
they're not even competing. Like, at least they were competing.
No, I hear you.
They're pushing teams to the brink. It's just not.
I mean, we're talking about what is, we've talked about really good team changes this year. This is looking to be a really bad. It is. I mean, team changes don't always work out. You take a bit of a risk when you're in a position like them who are in the middle of the pack and fighting. You know, you're trying to improve so you can be a contender, but it seems to be going the other way. And I'm not saying that, I'm not even trying to pin it on like Rex, like it's all his fault.
No,
it's just
team composition.
Yes, it's a composition thing, it seems like.
That you might have to.
I sort of what you do at this point.
Is back in.
They might have to try it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do. I'm not really sure. Maybe they'll surprise us and things will improve rapidly. I just feel like we've seen enough series now where it doesn't seem like it's going in the right direction. Granted, who knows? Maybe they come back and win this one and we're talking to sing a different tune, but doesn't look great in the map one. Blowout win for Heretics. 31 on the board for Real. Real self-critical at times during the last qualifier. Hitting supreme form at moments during this one as they're trying to get out to the perfect 5-0, maybe lock in the #1 seed. Now look at the overall game flow and how it played out. And yeah, you could do that flat line. That's a long, dude. They had 107 at the first P4.
Yep.
And you end
26 more points after that.
That's bad. Yeah,
again, there was one chance at the second P4, but yeah, they didn't find any kills once Slasher gets them spawns. Yeah, but I tell you what, if you're Miami, this is that's a great respawn. It's a good hard point. And their respawn throughout this stage has been 50-50, right on the dot.
No, it has. It has absolutely been the case. I mean, we've said that it's similar sort of to the phase discussions that we have. Like the search looks good, control at times, but well, maybe not the control game, but like the hard point really has to improve. If it does, it's a team that you think can make a run into a top 3, maybe make it to a final. It just needs to get there, and they do have a solid rep there in the map 1. That's a significant win over it's weird. I want to say like a solid team because they have been on the year, but right now I don't know if I can say that with Ravens. You can't really.
Yeah, and you know the problem with Ravens early in the year was just sort of their top teams, like right there.
Yeah, they were better against the middle of the pack teams that they were better than.
But even now, I mean, what you've lost to Mini, you've lost. They dominated the Optic matchup. They then get 3-0 by Optic. Like they lose to Ultra 3-1. Like they're still. It's a tough schedule. They're just not showing a lot of fight.
No, they're not. They're not. And like, I know they got blown out, but you don't love the body language, I guess, right now. I'm sure it's frustrating to lose like that in the map 1, but it hasn't really been a whole lot of chatter. Maybe they're listening to a coach. It could be something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, Rex is clearly
when they were winning after this was the same looks.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right.
It's a very chill little.
Maybe I put too much into body language sometimes, but it just seems frustrated.
No, I think they are.
Yeah,
without a doubt. But even when they're winning, sometimes they're just sort of that same look.
Yeah, no, you're right. But this is, I mean, where things I guess get interesting. Ravens have at times hinged on their success in the search and destroy. You have 2 of the top, I don't know what you want to put them in, top 10 search players, maybe all time. You talk about TJ and Slasher. You should be a solid team in search. They have been fantastic when they're playing well, but unfortunately, you're going against arguably the best team right now.
Yeah, it's a horrible matchup for them.
Yeah.
They have to play a lot of Haciendas, which Miami love, just due to their map pool. So even if you like win this, it gets maybe even harder.
No, true. Well, they need to win this one. Might need to win the next 3. We'll see if they'll be able to operate at that level. Opening break though in the round 1. TJ and the entire squad really looking to fly in towards B. Can they catch anyone? Metal's gonna be the guy playing deep. And the fact that Metals gets 1 is so big. I thought he was gonna get basically triple swung, but he's gonna get a 2nd kill before he falls. Now into a 2 versus 2. You buy enough time for the reinforcements to get here. That's on Metals. I know he has a second player, I can't remember who it was, to get in to help him a little bit there, but Metals, I thought, was going to get shut down quickly. He gets away with 2, 1 with the pistol.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure what the 2 players in the middle of map, Real and Right, were going to do. Were they going to flank? Just backed up to the doors. It's a little awkward with the timing, but they hit the slides, able to find the first kill as Rentor gets 2 in the round.
I mean, like, yeah, it ends up working out great. It
Yeah.
could have been horrible, but they find the perfect time to get the first pick and really take control of it late in the round. So Ravens shut down on their first offensive attempt. Now let's see how Heretics are feeling. Real's going to be kind of a lone lurker deep out towards A. But you've already got a first blood, so I don't know what he's going to really see A unless it's a fast push through by Ravens, but they've got to wrap back and potentially help at B. But okay, now Heretics, they got that first pick. They're like, hold up, that's what we're thinking is going to happen. Let's let Real find info and find space.
Yeah, you don't have pressure here, so Rex might just, yeah, he's going to cheat on over to help Gwyn. They're reading this well, but the problem is Metals, he can read it at a much higher level.
Yes, apparently. Gwyn thinks he's lurking for a freebie. Metals locks it up. Nice gunfight win there from Rex. Maybe gives them a chance in this. Bomb is planted now. Ravens have to 2v3 for the bomb retake. Rex does hit the nade. The problem is he takes a couple of shots, so he can't really fly off of that, and he gets stunned. Good utility out of Real, just kind of back him up. The Metals comes in to help, give Metals 3 in the round. He was the key player in round 1. He's the key player in round 2. Metals doing it all in Search and Destroy.
Well, we saw that graphic right for Ravens. Their opening duel win percentage has been great on attack, but on defense, it's been awful. TJ just gets picked early in that round, and then you just have so much room to work with. You have to over-rotate. You have to take the gamble if you're Carolina. You rely on Gwynn. I mean, Metals just checks that spot.
Yeah, I don't know what the most important kill is, if it's the first blood or that one. But
either way.
It might be, yeah, Metals kill there. I mean, the fact that he gets 2 more after that, also huge, but I thought Gwyn was going to, the fact that he stayed, I mean, they played it like they were going to rotate, right? You get the first blood at B, you're kind of playing that game of chess, hoping they wrap back. Somebody stayed, just walked away with nothing, unfortunately. Nice little 5-1 start for Metals. 5 of their 8 kills. Royal Ravens need to find some success. Didn't work out towards B.
Look at this. I mean, just right down the middle of the map is Real and Super. Number 8 in Rex, he's watching the flank all the way on the other side of the map. So you have some shots in, but you get a little bit of help.
Yeah.
Do they know Rex is there? Now they do.
I mean, listen, those are long-range shots with the sub, but it got a little bit shaky. Thankfully, Raycor closes it out. Real did get the info on the wrap back. Bomb is going to be on the floor. Real's just going to chase this down. What's the timing like? The hipfire hits pretty well there. Hipfire hits well enough that he might end up winning this. He does with the pistol. I think he hit 2 or 3 tags just on that swipe. And that's the round. I thought he was dead to rights.
Just picking them apart and taking risks. Right? I feel like Red Card, one of the interesting things with this map has sort of developed throughout the years, sort of these middle of the map hits that we're seeing both on offense and defense.
Sure.
But there's another one there where you just send 2 players right up the middle, split them apart. And yeah.
Oh, dude, he might have got
it's like a quick scope, you know? He's like, he starts to zoom in, and they all hit.
Yeah, maybe he didn't do a ton. Well, I guess those were wall bangs. I don't really know how much damage he did with the hipfire, but he more than I thought he was going to get. Only reason he's able to kind of stay up and continue to take that fight. Ravens, the entire lineup is 1 and 3.
Well, and this is a problem. Like, this is their best search map. This is one they've relied on throughout the year, and it's not looking good.
It is not, Joe. So we'll see if it gets worse. Or the Royal Ravens try to find some improvements. Well, obviously they're trying to find improvements, but can they counter what Heretics are trying to do? Metal spotting as much as he can for info. TJ is just going to be on his bum. They're on the bomb. First blood to Real. Rancor gonna have a second player push him, but the help is there. Just bait him into that. Slasher at least able to get 1, but number still okay. I didn't finish my sentence. I was gonna lie, but it's 2 versus 2.
Well, they wanted to get to Real. Real was able to find Rice for that first blood, pretty much clear the A site.
Oh.
And now, what an awkward timing. Yeah, he's gonna hear the doors, so he knows where they're pushing through. But he could have ended the round there. That was a little bit better for Real. Still might.
I thought it was going to go horrible. I thought he was going to get spotted. Yeah, can't get away. Gwyn gets the kill. Maybe finally around here for Royal Ravens. But Rancor, maybe a rookie of the year. Can he have the ice here to clutch up in the 1 versus 2? 4-on-1 start out of him. Checking it. Cleared it. Here's the glass break as well.
I mean, I feel like you have to know with where the bomb is planted, with what you've cleared. You just have to trust your teammate.
Slasher's on it.
It's gonna be on Gwyn.
Halfway there, he's gonna check it, and Gwyn hits the shots. You called it exactly right. They know where he's at from what they cleared, and that's just, yeah, trust him. He hits the shots.
Well, they've cleared everything. They've cleared everything except for that. And the funny thing is that Slasher actually gets off the bomb, too. So they knew they had enough time. He was able to find the kills. He gets away with his life. A much-needed round win there for Carolina.
Oh, no, 100%. We'll see.
And really, I think the key is, like, sort of the rotation kill, right? It's a 3-on-2, and Super is trying to get to Real, but he gets picked by Gwyn from the B-bomb.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, you get away with numbers, and then, yeah, he got caught. I was like, that's no longer true. So big clutch up there. 2 versus 3 for Royal Ravens. Finally stopping Heretics, but the early swarm from them has got them up 3-1. Finally something positive, though, for Royal Ravens. Now can they do it on offense? Only have one guy defensively over towards B. That'll be Real. And he's actually going to leave the site and pick up mid. So B is going to be wide open. Real is able to get another first blood.
These guys are literally just running around the map on defense. There's nobody inside of B. We saw it last time through the middle of the map. This time it's through A. You are going to have Real just kind of lurk deep B near defensive spawn in case anybody runs on through. But yeah, you get the first blood.
Yeah, he was in B for a moment. Just maybe looking for a real fast push. Yeah, just sprints out to mid, finds the first blood. How do you try to retake this? Well, they'll get some info there. The stun's going to hit onto Real.
Slasher's very much out of this play for now.
He's very much about to be in the play, though. Does he get caught or find one? He finds one into a 3 versus 3. He won't get traded. Able to finesse away. He's getting chased. He's getting haunted, but he's dancing. The old man's got moves.
His hips do not lie.
Still up and taking another one. What a play out of Slasher. That might win the round for him. But now we got a 2v2. Only 20 seconds to go. Real, Rancor have got to go. Gwyn's going to slam one. He's on 4 straight. All on Real. He will drop. Another round where Royal Ravens bring it back despite being down in numbers. I think both rounds, Real had a first blood. That's all Slasher, though.
No,
that's all.
At first, I thought Metals was going to catch him. It looked like Slasher was sprinting, but he was ready for that first gunfight. And the fact he just finesses for so long, that was a win in itself. He wasted so much time, but he ends up getting a second, so that just makes it even better.
Oh, yeah, even if he doesn't get this kill, they probably still win the round.
Seconds.
Yeah. Or they got a chance to still win the round, but this seals it. Good movement there from Slasher throughout that entire sequence.
How many times have you said that?
Not many. Not many. Not many. Guy's an athlete. Well, Real's like, I'll get another first blood. Can we just win the round?
TJ, not he had to have heard it.
The door almost hit him in the ass, Joe.
But maybe he thought it was him hitting the door?
Maybe.
Because he's not looking at this.
No, that was interesting. Okay. All right, let's take a breath. Imagine they're going to engage at some point here. Knock, knock. Did he hear it that time? That time he heard it. It didn't matter. Another first blood for Real. He didn't hear the slam. He heard the peak. TJ having a rough one. I mean, he's a terrific search player, but 1 in 6 and...
Watch number 8. Well, Real's just picking them apart.
He's like, okay, if my first blood's not enough for the round win, I'll go ahead and get a second. Maybe I'll hunt down a third.
That's going to work, too. I mean, they're just so worried about him.
He's been chasing his entire time. Real working on an ace. Just has to take out Rex. Doesn't even need the kill at this point, but man, this has been some incredible opening moments out of Real. Just this one finally going to maybe turn into a round victory. Rex able to get one, give Real the ace. A sensational round. You said it, picking them apart.
I mean, this is like the Real of last year, right? Obviously, these maps, there's not a ton of room to work and sort of lurk the way he wants to, but Red Card's one of them, Hasi's one of them, and I think this is... Obviously, Super's transformed their search game, but
yeah, you saw
a big reason why they are so good at search right now is due to, well, his comfort on the map, knowing his timings, and just destroying.
Well, like last year, some plays he made on Karachi, a 6-star.
Yes.
Like somewhere where he would just lurk and pick teams apart. Good example of
just
it
get
there.
lost.
Yep. He had a 30 plus in the map 1, 8-2, 4 streak. He's got 3 or 4 first bloods at this point. I think he's on 3 in a row. How might have made that up. I'm pretty sure it's 3 first bloods in a row for Real. Not going to get in this one, but his team will lay down the hammer. TJ, he's just back to hell. 1 and 7. Shoulder's a little too thick as he gets dropped. Rex gets dropped, and Carolina made a little bit of a run. Now they're getting slammed.
And you want to know when a team's playing with confidence? This is 3 defenses in a row where they're just literally just fighting you mid-map. I mean, you do not have to do this on the defensive side of Red Chart at all. 0.
Well, it seems like,
and they're just playing with confidence in their teamwork.
Well, it's interesting because, like, yeah, you know, thinking like Slasher, Search, and Destroy, kind of want to spread it out and play for picks. Like this should counter what Miami are doing, but it's not at all. Right? Like in a way, like it should catch an aggressive team, but it's not.
It's not, no.
Like if you told me they wanted to play that way on defense, I think that would play right to like Carolina's hands, but not the case whatsoever. 5-2 advantage now. Search simply too pure. Out of Miami Heretics, they got a car to lead the way this time. Some utility exhausted from Carolina, not connecting yet. They'll deal with the car though. And while the car was searching A, the rest of the team is searching over towards B, and then we'll pull out another car. 9 and 2 is Real on 5 in a row.
Well, that car doesn't blow up, so Slasher's got to get out of there. He's hoping to kill that car, and then maybe he can hold down B, but because it doesn't blow up, B bomb is open, but all of Carolina are going to start the flank.
We'll take out the car. He got some damage with his nade as well, but bomb is getting planted. As you said, 3 people swinging the flank, as you see on X-Ray. TJ finds the timing in behind 1 player. That'll be Real he'll take out of it, the early round Reaper. 3 versus 3 now for the map. Carolina have got to win this map. And they've got to win 4 straight rounds if they're going to do it. Metals. Feet simply a little too big. Rancor brings it back, though, now to the 2 versus 2. Gwen wins 1. On Rancor, now to Clutch. Wasn't able to do it in 1v2. Last time, it's not going to happen here. Just enough time for the defuse. Royal Ravens stay alive.
Yeah, good job by Carolina. Yeah, the first pick, though, massive on the Metals in the 3 versus 3. I mean, you kind of saw it from Carolina's POV. They had no idea where they were set up, and you were waiting on Slasher. You had a 2-1 sort of split. And a lot of times in that scenario, what do we see the team that plans do? Just kind of push out one side, take it with numbers. Miami is stagnant in that. They kind of trust their setup, and it bites them a bit.
It certainly does, but now this is the question. Can you deal with kind of the defensive pressure that Heretics have been sending out here? We'll see if Heretics even, well, go back to that, but they have been playing very aggressive defensively. Did Carolina make the adjustments to send this one deeper? But they might make adjustments, and then Heretics don't do that at all. Yeah, it's
aggression through B.
It's aggression, but aggression very different. Straight up through B, they are flying out. TJ able to get the first blood. Gwen will follow it up. We're down to a 2 versus 2, though, quickly, as it is just a massacre out here by camera. Real super up against Slasher and Rex, and we'll pause for a moment here.
Again, Miami just taking the sort of 50-yard line fight on defense. Trying to get done with this map, but yeah, into a 2-on-2.
But that's the exact situation where I thought that should play into like Royal Ravens, and they get the first blood. That comes away a lot cleaner.
Another one and another one. They just keep running at you.
I didn't think that was going to be a 2v2 at the end of it, with the way it looked from like Slasher's POV. I was like, they're about to just mow them down. Real, what's the timing going to be like? Oh, I thought he was just going to push a quick flank, and that would have been ball game.
It would have been it. Still maybe.
All right, plant going down now. 2v2 retake for Heretics. Got Real on one side, Super on the other.
Pretty far apart, though, but Super's just looking for the angle.
And Real just waiting on him.
Yeah, you heard the reload.
Sure did! Can't get out, though. Super. Slasher. For the map. Slasher takes it. Super thinks he can get across. Not going to happen. Back-to-back rounds for Royal Ravens. They're still here fighting.
Yeah, gets in the 2 versus 2, and yeah, there's a chance if Real just pieces out B, but doesn't want to throw his life away. They have no info. Could have re-wrapped towards A. But yeah, into the 2v2. He gets the first one. Immediate trade by Slasher, then 1 versus 1. Able to read the gunfight onto Super.
Yeah, if Super's just in a position where Slasher gets punished for the trade, like taking that angle maybe, but...
If he's like outer window.
Yeah. Or if Real, I mean, he's relatively close to getting around the corner, but can't quite get there. I mean, you have to take that 5-year round. I feel like you heard the reload, like, or I guess you could wait to take. You know he's there, but you're thinking, hell, I get first bullet if he's just finishing the reload. Like, I'll catch him. Just doesn't perfectly work out. And I wouldn't second guess much of what Real's doing right now. He's 12-4. He's had some incredible plays. Ooh, nearly caught though to open this round. Offense halting for now for Heretics.
Don't give Real any openings. Let's just
right.
play very defensive heavy right now. If you are Carolina, force them to go over towards the A site. We'll retake that.
And that seems to be what this is going to eventually lead to.
Where is this? This player's right on the other side of the wall, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, Gwen got plucked from a ratty position earlier by Metals. This time, he'll get the kill, but is traded out. Slasher can't get there in time to maybe get the angle for the trade to Carolina.
You just gotta wait on TJ, because TJ goes so quickly, but you're gonna get picked if you are Slasher. Not the timing that you want. Super's gonna get into a really good spot. He's gonna get behind enemy lines. Timing's all over the place. This may work out for Carolina. We might have around 11.
TJ clutching up, able to get 2.
Where's Super though?
On Super now, 1 versus 2. Checks it. Clears it, info 1-1, but he gets spotted. He's got to do something insane to win this. It's not going to happen. Going to around 11, Carolina with 3 straight. It was all Heretics until it wasn't. Yeah, you said timing's all over the place, but TJ gets the final laugh in that round 10.
I didn't know exactly where Super was, but he must have been inside. He must have been inside ladder room, because if he's just out or he gets that kill mid-stairs, instead. Well, it's TJ. Yeah, he just went right away. As soon as Gwyn started fighting, TJ's arrow flew right through B.
And they line up for him. Gets the coverage, gets the planter. We go to around 11. Carolina to win 4 straight rounds and take the surge. This felt like a must-win map and felt like they were out of it, but they have come alive late. They'll be on offense to close this one out. For the most part, Heretics have found success defensively, but not at least late in this search and destroy.
Well, when you lose 3 rounds in a row, it's on round 11. You don't have that same aggression, that same confidence, so you slow it down. But more of a standard defensive setup here for Miami.
We'll see if this plays into what Carolina want to do. Real gonna be the lone guy, kind of playing over towards B. Nobody in the B site as of now. Seems Royal Ravens committed that way, or at least slowly working their way. Expect the rotation from Heretics to be coming in here momentarily. The question is, how do they retake this?
I mean, they're like gambling that they rotate back to A, but it's just straight up B here for Carolina. They're going to have the trophies. They just have to get bombed down. TJ trying to just stay alive, maybe close these doors or find a first blood.
I thought he caught him there, but the slide across for Real, he gets through. Bomb now getting planted. And what the last player needed to kind of transition over, I believe, was Metals is going to get involved. And this is just how do they try to retake it? Looks like 3 through the flank.
It's going to take a long time.
It sure is. Already 15 seconds off this post plant.
And as soon as they get spotted, they just run at Rancor.
Rancor's just waiting.
They're going to run at him.
Not yet. They're just holding. They're turtling up. And now collapsing is Miami, but you got to go. 20 seconds to go. They're getting picked apart. They don't isolate Real, and they all get shut down. Real finally drops, but everyone from Ravens is dead. Joe, I think you called it right. That's just not what Carolina was thinking to do. And it's a clutch there from Heretics. Unless, like, Slasher doesn't see 3. I mean, it feels like he did.
Well, I think it was like, I mean, you just see
between them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're worried about it's a 2-2 split.
Yeah, it's like from our POV, it looks like he sees them all.
Maybe I saw the arrow. It was like, I thought they were starting to move. It felt like someone was like, we should just go, and then they hesitated.
Through. Yeah.
Felt like they hesitated there.
And the more you just kind of turtle up, I mean, you've got time on your side, but you just get choked out. Yeah, you just get absolutely choked out. A wild round 11 there. Real slows down. I mean, he was off to a wild one early. He does end up with 4 first bloods. I mean, you dominate the first blood conversation in general. If you're Heretics, you what go?
9-2.
9-2. Yeah, no, massive win there. You only win it by a round, but you dominate the first blood department. Double digits for Rancor, double digits for Real, 2-0 edge for Heretics. Now looking to take this one 3-0, and now we're headed to the Haciendas, where, I mean, that's what I think the desk was a little worried about.
Yeah, I mean, now you're still undefeated, 7-0 throughout the qualifier. If you are Miami in search to destroy, they're keeping up this S&D gameplay, playing it on different maps, showing a great red card here, now 3-0 on the stage. So Looking to be tough to beat that game mode.
So close to the 5-0 qualifier, just a map away from it. Des, do they close it out in 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's feeling like one of those types of days.
Yeah, Swifty. 9-0 start to the day is in the cards. Miami Heretics looking pretty clean. It got sketchy there for a moment.
It did.
What was the difference in that round?
Yeah, in that round 11. Well, I mean, they got to push through. You got to make a decision there if you're Carolina, right? Like you saw them coming around on the flank. You saw at least 2, if not all 3 of them. In that situation, you have to either push and challenge them, or you know there's going to be one guy at least holding the push through, and we can just bully him, right? You have to make a decision. You don't want to be sitting ducks in that bomb site. It's too easy, too many windows, too many doors to break. It just gets chaotic, which is exactly what happens, and Rencor's able to find 2.
Yeah, and off the back of that, like, the way the Miami Heretics plays, like, they are incredibly wolfpacky. They're always trying to play for those trades, and if you give them that opening first blood, you're already losing the number games. You talk about the aggression from the side of Real and Rencor, it just double folds it.
Yeah, this round was awesome, Allie. Runs through, finds the first kill taken on TJ, and then gets the ace. Like, he just gets lost. And in the round 11, you know, we're sitting there looking at it. You're seeing Gwen check every nook and cranny on the map.
PTSD in its finest.
Literally. But, I mean, it was working, though, to rally back into it, right? Like, starting to finally kill Real, and Carolina are able to come back, but just not enough ice right now.
Carolina running out of steam at the end of the season after looking like a top 4 competitor in the first half. Where do you have them right now in your power rankings?
Oh, man, that's tough. It's probably like
bottom of the pack,
8.
dude.
Yeah, 8, 9.
Yeah.
I got obviously Vegas below them, LAG below them. Yeah,
that might be it. Cloud might beat them right now.
Currently might be it. Yeah, I mean, Boston hasn't looked good this split, but given their performance the last 2 lands, yeah, Carolina have regressed a lot, man.
Carolina, from a threat to now just a team that's there sometimes.
A little yellow.
Let's see how long they're going to be in this one.
Yeah, and the map won hardpoint, right? Like, it's a back and forth fight. Pretty close.
Pretty close, 251-33. Oh, you mean at the start?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Miami just went crazy. Like, they just started to streak on them, which is what we're going to jump into in illustration. Miami, like, once they get going, they're hard to stop. It's like a train coming at you. So we're going to talk about this. You know, rotating over here to P3. In this situation, currently have control. I want you guys to look at the score real quick, 150 to 112. This game ends 250 to 130, right? So from here, they're just balling. In the situation, that's Metals over here at P1. As soon as the player starts to push through here, his job is to rotate through, alleviate a little bit of pressure, right? And what I want you guys to focus on in this clip is the timing of everything and the quick decisions made by the Heretics. As they're trading out and they're winning the exchange over towards Hill, when a player spawns here, first guy, he's going to push through so they can converge and break the spawns. After that, the players that are spawning behind, they're going to be watching the push through mid, cutting off the players as they flip them out towards piano, right? So it's just so clean. These aren't extremely hard concepts to grasp. These are just hard things to do in real time, extremely fast as a team. So you're watching Miami right here. It's just instant decisions every single time. And this is why they gel so well. And this is why they're dominating everybody who's middle of the pack when they run into them.
This was one of the cleanest, I think, transitions from a P3 to a P4 we've seen from a team on Skyline. Like, not only was Royal Ravens there first early, but Miami Heretics are able to throw players, get the spawn. Carolina actually technically re-breaks the spawn, but you don't even notice it. From the way the Miami Heretics are so heads up and understanding where they're coming from, few players fall and no time is given to the side of Carolina Royal Ravens.
Just look at Supers, last guy on Hill picking up the cuts. Like, everything is just happening so fast and so good for this team. They're in a good spot.
Trouble for Carolina, don't you worry. They're going to champs, and they're also at DreamHack. If you want to watch them at DreamHack, you need to buy a pass. Where do they get a pass out? Well, they got to go to DreamHack.com/Dallas/CDL because we got VIP tickets up in that front.
Heck yeah, we do. And I mean, guys, you just don't want to miss it. This is going to be one of the most exciting events of the year, not only because we're going to be there, but because there's going to be a bunch of other games too. It's going to be thousands of people. It's going to be electric. A bunch of nerds in one place.
Yeah, it's going to be a vibe.
The games are always better on land. They got to be better than what we're witnessing right now, Maven.
Yeah, no, today's been brutal. People are getting slammed. Listen, I do have some matches I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. The conversation for top 8's interesting. You get the big Optic match, the big Rocker match. Well, those could end up being 3-0s, but we'll see. Hopefully some storylines tomorrow. Today's just been good teams beating bad teams.
Yeah, we had Thieves and FaZe.
Yep, sure did.
And then Carolina's just going the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, Heretics is right up there in the top 3, top 4 conversation. So some of your top squads, and yeah, Carolina is nose diving into the ground so hard. There are 4 broken noses, blood everywhere, and they're going to need plastic surgery for their faces.
Sure, that just kept going. I wasn't sure how long you were going to go with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was feeling freaky, Joe.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm a little lightheaded.
It's warm.
Yeah, that's okay. Chris has had to use a hairdryer on his shirt multiple times today because he sweat through his shirt. It's incredible.
Every time we get to a break, you just unbutton it shirts.
Oh, I don't know how many buttons I might have one button left at the end of this. You're going to see some nipples. You are going to see some nips, dude. Wait, why did Ant just smile like he wanted that? That was weird, Ant. All right. Hossie into control. Heretics. Can they close it out? Ravens, you got any signs of life? Because, well, you showed signs of life. And at the end of that search and destroy, just to get boobopped off the site in the round 11. They try to strike first on offense. There's going to be some very difficult top halls fights for them. The likes of Rancor and Super are so good.
Yeah, Miami, I mean, 3-9 on the year on this map, but this was the map. Last stage when Super came in, they really focused on it. He got a lot better on it. So it's like the one they want to play, right? And control. They've been trying to bring a little bit more vault back into action. Hasn't been really the success that they've wanted. So Miami know when it comes to major time, they have to have multiple maps. Their map pool's got to be better. So working on Hossie again.
Yeah, if they can just get the control to a good spot. What a threat they could be come major time. I mean, the search is so good. Who knows? Anything is possible, but it feels like they really need to dial in on a second mode. Rex maybe gonna have a timing here to break this up. That's not gonna be the case actually at all. He's gonna get laid out. Next fight, his slasher getting slammed in the window. TJ can't win his gunfight, and yeah, you're running out of time if you're Royal Ravens.
Yeah, just look at the difference though, right? Every single fight for Carolina's individual fights. On the other side for Miami, it's just this death ball of team shots. Onto the couple of Carolina players, and yeah, you're already down to 14 seconds.
I like that death ball. I don't want to deal with a death ball, Joe.
Well, that was a StarCraft 2 term.
Yeah,
I used to watch a lot of StarCraft 2.
Yeah. I like that. I used to watch so much StarCraft. God, it was the best. Until people stop wanting to play 1v1s because they don't want to be held accountable. You know, it's better when you play with teammates that you can blame. The world struggles with accountability, Joe.
Sure.
The thing it really is. It's going to be the end of the world. Accountability.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's definitely some accountability issues on the Carolina side.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm in the same boat. Dude, playing 1v1 StarCraft is stressful, bro. It's tough when you just know no one to blame but yourself. That is stressful. Miss those days, though. Gwen. He's chilling.
He's confused. I'm confused.
Yeah. He's not feeling the best, probably, with how this series is going. Nothing working on the offense. Heretics, lockdown defense. Now we flip the script.
Yeah,
Real,
2 players didn't get a kill.
Yeah, and Real's going to be on 5 in a row. Rancor on 4 in a row. I mean, a little bit. I mean, some work to go towards streaks, but maybe a chance to earn some added utility. His streak continues now to 7-1. Dances forward. Just waiting for this next push and wait for their teammates to hopefully win the fight towards top halls.
Well, those players are, yeah, I mean, but both the Carolina players are looking outside, so they're worried about the players on the objective, so it's a free pinch. It's only 1 tick, so you still have time. You can be patient if you are Carolina, but the problem is you are winning no gunfights. You are 14 in a row.
The fact that turned into 2, I swear to God.
Where's your face?
Rookie of the year. That first gunfight was so hard, close range. Turns into a second, and then just rips somebody off a heady. TJ and Rex are 0-14 combined. I lied to you. Rex just got a kill. So no more goose egg there. But that was, listen, showing the talent that Rancor has got and why he has fundamentally changed this squad since he has come into the team. B is done. Now the A fight. He's on 9 straight. Hellstorm in the back pocket.
10.
And everything he is doing is working. The double-digit streak. Or stay on this man's POV till he dies.
Yeah, I tell you what he's doing. He's just not missing. And normally in COD, when you're not missing, you're locked in. My man is in flow state right now.
Oh, he absolutely is. They're like, let's just try to avoid his position. Well, he's gonna have to deal with maybe everybody now. His teammates are able to get multiple, maybe misses a few bullets, but closes out the kill. Now he's got some breadsticks. 11 straight. Trophy in for coverage. Second tick, cruising. 3 people into point. Is this gonna be a perfect offensive moment for Rancor? Yet to die. Tough gunfight. Finally gonna fall. They got a double challenge to take him out, but the damage is
even
done.
his trophies getting kills.
Okay, no, yeah, everything's going right for him. That is insane. What was he? 4 in a row coming into this? 5 in a row? So he has a, what, 6-7 kill stretch on an offense. That is remarkable. And right back to work.
Yeah, right back to work. Well, he's just going to touch the point. They're going to have to worry about him. If he has the AR out, probably wins that gunfight.
Yeah.
Still 7 life advantage, a minute left for Miami.
I mean, yeah, you'll take 5 ticks, even if they don't win this. I mean, you should win this. But still a good offense. Right, it's 45 seconds to go. That's going to be 2 dead. Info on a 3rd player right at the point, unfortunately.
Well, he knows where they all are. He's giving the call-outs. He knows where every single player is. The problem.
Yeah.
Teammates aren't finding the kills yet, but this man certainly is. Just let him fight everybody.
It feels that way. A guy's the Terminator right now. On to the point, pausing the clock again at 31. He's probably going to double shot through the window and drop her to get some help. Help gets there maybe a second late, so Rancor is ripped off the point. Carolina, though, no, respawns remaining. They're starting to get blood out. Can they get the hold? One's going to be dead. No respawn remaining for him. TJ, big fight, able to win it. You still have Super here. You still have Rancor helping. The 2 sensational rookies trying to close it out. Rancor tags on his 18th. Looking at Chow Archer. It's going to be Gwyn, the last guy up. Gwyn trying to hold.
Over.
But can't get back to it. Heretics take the offensive round as Rancor puts together probably one of the better offensive control rounds you'll see on the year.
I mean, he's literally he's having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I would be too if I was shooting like that. No doubt about it. He knows he is dialed. The boys know. They're looking at the scoreboard. They're seeing the 10 streak pop up. They're like, oh my God.
No, I mean, he wasn't missing, and like every timing was on point. I mean, it was a terrific sequence out of him there. Just dismantling this Carolina team. 1 defensive hold away from the 3-0. TJ apparently not liking the crumble order today. 4 and 15. Sasher's had a rough one too, honestly. He was like double negative in the map 1-2. He's had some rough respawns here against Heretics. Granted, this is gonna be one of the tougher like AR duos to go up against, but not that he's only fighting them, but you know what I mean.
That hasn't been good. It's not been good. Really
looking for the first tick. There it is. They got a tick.
Right off the board.
Rex wins a nice one. Okay. 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 This is looking good for Royal Ravens. They go 3 for 1.
They just go to A off the start.
Yeah,
I mean, what
sure.
an odd
Why
round.
not? A is done.
I don't know if we've ever seen that before. 1 player died.
No, I don't know that I've casted one. It's probably happened this year.
I don't think it has. Not on this map.
I definitely have not casted just a quick A cap here on Hacienda.
Miami just probably were like, yeah, let's just give him 1.
Oh, we just feel bad. Muy sad.
Let's put ourselves in a situation, boys. Let's give up the A cap. Let's defend B. We need to practice this certain scenario.
It might just be a set of scenarios to practice how this series has gone. Royal Ravens still got a battle here. B got 2 minutes to work with.
Yeah, he's going to win that.
Unfortunately, Rancor is now going to know where all pushes are coming from, and he is not really losing many gunfights. We'll see what he can end up pushing out to. It will drop, but he's at 21 and, I mean, leading by a wide margin. I mean, where Super has been there, kind of hard carrying search sometimes, and Rancor has been that for them in respawns. Not always, but he has takeover ability.
I feel like he hasn't had to give much at all this series. Like even in the search, it was like Real, right? Real. Menace.
Yeah. I mean, for Super, yeah, no.
He's just been chilling. Sometimes that's all you have to do when you got teammates like this.
100%. They are clicking at the right time. I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do at Major 4 and Champs, EWC, these last few events. Hopefully they're hitting their best form. Metal's a little bit of a streak there before he drops, and, well, you had 2 minutes to work with and a little bit of a life advantage for your Royal Ravens. Now we're under a minute, and that advantage has slipped away. You have the easier of the points to deal with, but even if it's easier, it still can be difficult when it is the 1 point to work. They had 2 dead. I thought a really good chance for an opening, but Miami Heretics to make sure it doesn't lead to any progress over here at B.
Man, you're just getting caught. It just feels like they don't know where the next fight is coming from. People are getting caught with nades. Now you're in this 2-2 stagger if you are Carolina.
And with that win, Ranker's going to push up all the way towards Well. Going to need his teammates to maybe clutch up in halls, but at any point he's going to be able to flank this, and it's just going to depend on the timing for Royal Ravens if they pick it up. Or he's just going to deal with the spawners, because you have to start funneling this right towards fences, because you just don't have much time to work with. You lose the fight out towards Plat. You have 2 people forward remaining, and make it 1. Win, last guy. Can he pull off something heroic or buy enough time for TJ and Slasher to get there? And Ranker's been lurking this whole time, and that's what I was thinking might end up happening. Gets to, closes it out with emphasis. Rancor has himself a map. That is a crushing 3-0 Heretics. Nothing but vibes and laughs after that one.
5-0 for Miami throughout the qualifier. Not the toughest of schedules. The most impressive one, though, probably the first one over LADs. Probably a big one for their confidence. But, I mean, you're taking care of business. You're working on the map pool. They did what they had to do. But great stuff from them. Only improving since at a Super.
100%. 100%. I don't know. Can they push past the top 3? I'm not sure. I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, I would love to see them make a run to a final. It's just there's a lot of competition at the top when you talk about what Surge. I mean, even Surge, as good as they've been, they're still getting blanked in finals. It's just Thieves and FaZe are probably going to be the pain point for Heretics, but we'll see if that's actually the case.
25 non-traded. He had 1 traded kill. 25 non-traded.
No, he was absurd. He was absolutely absurd. That stat line is insane, just from a damage standpoint compared to everyone outside of like Metals. Kills. I mean, honestly, Metals has.
I didn't even know Metals was